So I played this one a bunch after the fact, the demo, and the game finally came out like a week ago, I think, and it just I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. It's funny because Anna and Ash both linked me to it because it is a game where you are making automation, all right, colony sim type thing, plus ants. We all know how Price feels about ants. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's get things going. I think, yeah, right now I can only start in the 1. I think maybe when I beat the game, it'll give me more stuff. Ant species, I guess they'll unlock more as well. Interesting. Distant weed heights. How about Stumpy Bumpy Wumpus? How's that sound? Okay. I haven't messed around with the generation at all, actually. I've only played this once. Or one file, rather. Okay. So, here we go. We come on in. Welcome to Microtopia. We are the hive mind of a robot ant colony. Follow your instincts, build a thriving settlement. Okay. So, right now it's teaching me just the basics of the tutorial. Zoom in, move it around. You can rotate. You know how this works. What I like is you can actually zoom out like this. And you can look at it from there. And then once we have ants running around, you can look at them from that view. And then you can come back down. More islands will spawn outside. So that's why you can do that. What's interesting. Okay, so I'm noticing what the difference is here from when I regenerated. The map size and shape is the same, I believe, from the last time I played it, like on the other file. But the position of the resources is different. I think that's what's going on here. Okay, so ad break just ended. Gonna give it a 3, a 2, a 1. All right, y'all out there, if you're jumping back in after the ad, no worries. We have not done anything. I have learned how to use the camera. That's it. All right. So every ant colony starts with a queen. We can select her from the build menu. Now, because I'm a pro, as in I've played this a little bit already, what I know is you want to be able to have access to power and to metal. So we got some power here. We got some metal here. Not a lot, but at least a little. Pretty big power field here. Really big power field here. Really big metal chunk there. So we'll consider that for the future. You can rebuild your bases super, super easily. You don't lose resources. It's everything. I do love my automation games, everything. I do. Everything. All right, so we're going to start around here. So this is my queen. When you place, you can rotate however you want. You can see it's got arrows. The arrow on the left-hand side, the green one, that's input. Right-hand side, output. Left-hand side, input power. Right-hand side, output larva. Okay? My queen's coming in. Here we go. Flying on in. Zip-a-doo-doo. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And got 4 little ants on his back. Dorbs. Now, Queen's arrived with a small group of starting workers. Here's the thing about these workers. These workers are incredible. All right, these workers are incredible. Why? Because they have infinite lifespan. All the rest of our ants as we go through are going to have lifespans that we are going to have to pay attention to and manage. That's a big part of the automation, is being like, okay, as they age, how do we deal with our ants? Because there's different traits as they go along. Okay, they want us to pick up a little bit of scrap iron. Can flippin' do. All right. One thing you'll notice is as I'm telling them to go around and move, you can see there's lots of red. You can't just say, okay, ant, I want you to go all the way out here. You have to give them a path that they can take. All right, I have a scrap metal. Now, we want to use stockpiles in order to store things. So, got a stockpile. All right. We're just going to go ahead and put it... We'll put it right here next to the metal, okay? Next to the iron. And don't worry, so what I will say right now, I cannot do a snap to grid. And I know a lot of y'all are going to be like, what, Price, you're playing a game like this and you can't snap to grid? You can't make things perfect? Later on, you can build metal plates that will create like a floor that is a grid. And then from there, you can make everything perfect. So just know, like I said before, you can easily and freely move things around and lose 0 resources. And you can And thus, you can fully rearrange or rebuild your base whenever you want. So know that the best way to play this game is to plan on constantly moving things around as you reach like new tiers of things. Okay, so let's drop this off over here. If an ant goes near something, you'll notice that like a flag pops up. That means they will interact with that thing. If I were to have them go to here, won't interact, won't interact, won't interact, will interact. Okay? So that flag means it'll do a thing at the thing. All right, create a hauling trail loop to create some things. So now we make a trail. This is our first trail. Let's go ahead. Let me see how much iron is in each of these. 47, 47. So like not a lot. Not a lot. So we're going to make this little trail. We're going to have it come back to here and loop. Okay? Now, as you can see, very important. Got a flag on each of those. All right? Flag on each of these spots. It's a flag here because that's the finish line. That's where the resource is going to get left behind. And then over here, it's going to grab from. So let's grab you. Let's put you on the line. And now it's going to do the job. All right? Grabs a piece, walks around, puts it down. Beautiful, huh? Okay. Now, I believe I need to wait for a different... Yeah, I need to wait for a different path type to unlock before I can gather power. So let's just send you all over here. Might as well get them all on there. So, you know, as you'll see, they will wait behind each other to do resources. You have to think about the number of ants you have on a loop. There's no point having like 100 ants on this loop because they're going to be stopped by the speed of my ants, you know? The queen will soon birth her first larva. You can grow larvae into new workers using an incubator. So, incubator. Boom. As you can guess, this is going to output my larva. So, once again, green side, input. Okay, I'm going to move it a little further away. Yellow side, output. Now, what I'm going to want to do is this, so I can have someone constantly taking the larva from here and putting it into there. All right? This game looks pretty neat. Is this your first time playing it? No, I have played... I mean, I've put in a significant amount of time into this game. It launched this last week, but I have not finished it. I have not finished it. I don't think I'm anywhere near finishing it. It's a colony sim game. It's a long one. Workers have to collect larvae from the queen. All right, so the queen produced a larvae. They're going to go around. Going to grab that little guy. It's like a little battery. Like, let's look at him. A little battery ant, little baby battery ant. Look how cute he is. Look how cute he is. All right. Put that little... What is that? It's like a pig in a blanket in there. Oh, and then I'm going to do this. See how it's got a dot at the end? Okay. With a path, I can actually click on there and create that. And it's connected. So when this guy comes out, he's going to automatically go onto that path. Whee! I'm actually really glad that I've played this already because a lot of the systems are very complex and you got to think about it for a bit before it starts to make sense. Now, new baby ant. 5 minutes. All right? 5-minute lifespan, and you can pause the game, which I have done. Spacebar. You can see it behind my head, over in this direction. So we got to consider that. You got to consider, like, can he even walk as far as I want him to go and be efficient in doing a thing, or do I need to move some stuff around? Now, you can, later on, we will be able to make some very efficient stuff out of it so that first 5 minutes will not be the end of that ant per se. Okay, so now I need power, right? It says I need to get some energy. We're going to grab one of the perma ants. We're going to go over here. We're going to grab an energy. All right. Boop. And then let's go here to feed it to the queen. And then I'll set up the foraging path. The shortcuts are pretty nice. Most of the numbers generally apply to the trails. So it's like, 1, 2. There's at least like 8 or 9 different versions of trails that I have come across, which is a big part of the logic. There's a lot of logic in this game. Keep producing more workers until I reach a population of 10. Okay, so here's where I need to set up a couple of things. So we're going to do another loop up here. Okay. And can I build... I cannot build a thing over there yet, so what I am going to do... Oh, actually, I'm going to have to do it manually for right now. I'm going to have to do it manually. Or at least we're going to do this. Hold on. So this is just telling me which of the flowers are actually on the right path. So we're going to do hit R to erase. We're going to do that. And then we'll keep the same type of path. Whee! In like this. Now, this is going to take a while, so we're going to get both of y'all out of here as well. Send y'all up here. So, I need you to follow the path. He's not actually on the path. Okay. So now these guys are going to walk around. They're going to grab power off the flowers. They're going to walk it all the way down here. Beep, boop, bop, boop, beep. And so just real quick, this green path is specifically for foraging. This is specifically for grabbing power stuff. Someone on this one, an ant on this one who is not, will only collect power. They will not collect, say, metal that's along the way. So this is a foraging path, and this is a, what do you call this? Hauling path. So the different types of path have very specific purposes. All right, got another ant going on over there. I'm going to let him get to his spot, and I'm going to erase this. Okay, and then now I'm going to do it like this. Boom. So now those little ants will go on there. We have completed that goal. Scrap iron can be processed. Build a smelter and make some iron blocks. Okay. So. Okay, and I've got dispensers now. Perfect. Gonna let them do this for a little bit, but I'm going to want to do a storage spot here in a second and do that. Actually, you know what? No. We'll go ahead and do it. Because using the storage thing, and now that they've given me access to the dispenser, I can actually do some more efficient stuff. So let's do one of these instead. Okay. And get you back on there. Get you back on there. Now, pro tip, y'all. Pro tip. Multiple stockpiles. Okay. And here's why. He's going to come by. He's going to drop that off, right? Now he's got an open slot. He can pick something up again. This guy, because he's holding one in his hands or in his mouth, he's not going to pick up any more of these orbs. So to be the most efficient, I have found that you want to put, these are free, by the way. I want to put a bunch of them along the path. So if he grabs from here, he'll drop it here, and then he'll pick up here and he'll drop it there, and then he'll pick up here and he'll drop it there, and he'll pick up here and he'll drop it there. And then you can just combine all these together whenever you want. Also, just to display how easily you can move things around, y'all, I want to move this storage, right? I hit F, and I move it. It's instantly there. I didn't lose a single resource. I can rearrange my base as I like. Because the difficulty is not necessarily in the layout of your buildings and stuff like that, as much as it's about how you build the logic around those things. So I really appreciate that. So you feel okay experimenting and trying things out. Okay, so we're going to let them build up their power a little bit. Now, while they're doing that, let's go ahead and let's do this. Now, you we're going to send up this way. Oops. Here. Oops. Nope, come on. Oh, another thing. I'm giving you all the pro tips today because I have played, but it's good because there's a lot of the stuff that you don't really learn. If I want to, I can add more points along this. Just drag it. Okay. So drag it a little bit. Got a new point. I can pull it back into position, but I've got another point. Or I can grab a path. I can add another path. They won't split. All right, they're going to pick a primary path. Later on, we will get ways of splitting those. Now, if you don't want to accidentally drag your path, say I'm trying to grab this ant, and instead I grab the path, and suddenly now I'm moving it around, click that, lock trail. Now, I cannot even highlight it, click it, anything. But I can still grab my ants and stuff. Oops. Right-click to cancel. So, that's where we're at there. Let's send you back down here. And then, because that's going on now, we can set up our smelter situation. Oh, last thing I wanted to show. Because it's like, wait, Price, how's he going to get more power? So you get these things, a dispenser. As you can see, it's got the flag there. Going to interact with that thing. and we assign a target. So we pick a storage to connect this to. So I'm going to connect it to here. All right. But then whenever I want, I can send resources from any of these other ones to a different stockpile. I could even have a stockpile like all the way over here, and I could send those resources to that. Because again, as far as the game's concerned, this could be anywhere. Because what matters is the distance between this and the efficiency of the path that you create. That's it. That's all that matters. So I really appreciate that. Like I can even move the queen. Let's say I'm like, oh man, this base is like too far away. There's nothing. Hit F. I can move the queen wherever I want. So lots and lots of freedom when it comes to this stuff. Okay, so now this is set up. These two ants here, and with their infinite life, they will continue to feed the queen as long as power is produced. Now the queen should produce one soon. Oh, my max population's 10. That's why. But as I build up this meter, which is the amount of energy that she's been fed, it will increase the maximum amount of ants you can have. Okay, now let's do what the goal is asking us. We're going to click on the production tab. We're going to make ourselves a smelter. We're going to go ahead and put that down here. We are going to build ourselves a little path here, and this is where we need to start thinking about, well, right now, not so much, but in the future, like let's say when we have 2 smelters, suddenly it gets a little more complex when you think about, okay, how do I set up paths so I can actually access both smelters, right? So later on, when you get splitters and gates and things like that, you can make it work, but early on, it's a little tricky. So we're going to do it just very simply. Oops, y'all are going to hate that, huh? And then actually, let's do a little bit of that. There you go. Okay, now we're going to grab a dispenser. Oops. We're going to do that. Let's move it a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to add a stockpile. We're going to go into this guy. We're going to change the recipe to be iron. We're going to connect this dispenser to this scrap iron. So we click on you, assign target to you. Another way I could do that, there is a way where you can instead go like, let's place this dispenser. So you can do it either put down a dispenser and link it to one that's already there, or I click on the one that I know I'm going to want to link to it, and I can place the dispenser from there and then move it around. I can always, again, whenever I want, say, oh, okay, now I want to change the target to there or anything else, whenever you want. Okay, so now let's get rid of that. We're going to send you down here. And now let's just go ahead and let's add another path to here. We can get a couple of them down when the next one goes out. Let's see if any of them have died yet. One of y'all has got to be close. 2 minutes left. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. All right, in a minute, he's going to turn gray. Okay. Doing that. Now we're just waiting on iron blocks. It's going to take a little bit of time here. But what I could do is, I'm trying to think. No, they're still going to get in each other's way no matter what. I would need to make a second one of these if I want to do more right now, which I can do. They don't cost very much. These cost a little bit of scrap. But the best way to do this right now would be this way. Personally, I think so. Okay, and then we want to grab another dispenser. We want to grab another stockpile. Oh, and actually, you know what? This will be even cooler. Okay, that stockpile can go there. Let's grab another dispenser. Here. And then, oh, I do still need this. Okay, and then we're going to connect you to here. And I'll tell y'all what I'm doing here. Okay. Big brain stuff, y'all. So, in order to freely consolidate this, what's going to happen is this ant is going to go grab scrap iron here, make an iron block there. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, he's got to carry it all the way. Dang, never mind. Never mind. I forgot he's going to already have one in his jaws. It's like I could do it, but it would still just be moving it over to another one. So that's fine. That's fine. Like, I'll show y'all something that I do early on. There's a better solution to this later on, but what I can do, just if I'm feeling like, oh, I need to just get all that stuff into one spot, is I'll set up something like this. Hold on. Like this. Like this. Like, I wouldn't have them connected. This is not perfect. I need a thing over here. But basically you have it so that you have one storage over here that you want to put the stuff in. Let's say I wanted this to be my scrap iron storage. Oh, I need to get more scrap iron. But I had like 4 different scrap irons. I could connect each of these to a different scrap iron, and then have one ant that's going around and basically grabbing all of those resources out of these and bringing them up here. But for now, I don't necessarily have all the resources and things that I would want for that. So delete, 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 delete. Okay, now, yeah, let's go. This should be good. Oh, let's change you to iron, and you need to be connected to this. And then y'all need a new home. And I could have just extended these out to reach those spots, but the tighter you can make a line, the more you're gonna get before your ants die. Okay, so those guys are gonna deal with that. Let's clean that up a bit, why not? Okay, this little guy's coming down here. So they'll be doing that. Okay, now get rid of this. How are y'all doing up here? Nice. Oh, and as you can see, that one has run out, but let's do all of that. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Easy. And as you can see, we actually reached stage 2, so our max population has hit 25 instead of the 10 that it was moments ago. Okay, so then we don't need that many of y'all. That's enough. Let's do that. Now we're just gonna wait. Finish this quest up. Not gonna worry about this larva, because you can just wait, and then, you know, eventually they will, you know, they will wait for you, you know? Like, because this ant is here, this guy's not going to put down this larva, meaning this larva is not going to get picked up. I do think she'll keep eating power. I'm not positive. Yeah. So she will keep eating power, so you're still building this up. But beyond that, not. Okay. Just trying to think like a better power situation. I know there's a huge one. Okay, over here. Eventually we want that. Eventually we want that. And again, because of the way the dispensers work, I can put a storage out here, have all my ants grabbing all of this stuff, and then have the dispenser like all the way down here. So like I don't need to be there. It's the getting ants out there that can be the tricky part. Okay, completed. Use the iron to build a workshop. Boop. Let's go ahead and use this empty space that we got up here now. There's a workshop. We want to set this to iron plates first. So I'm going to need 2 of these, but for now, we'll just use the 1. Okay. Oh, already empty. Oh, that's right, because it was 10 and 10. Let's place this dispenser here. And I will place both, because if one runs out, then the other one will do that. You know, we'll pick up the slack, essentially. Okay. Let's see. Merchants demo is on Next Fest. Need to try Dice with Death out. I'm gonna go download that. What's Merchants? Or Dice with Death, both of them. Okay. So then storage. Okay. So you're gonna go up here. Right, you're on iron blocks? Yeah, or iron plates rather. So it takes a lot. It takes 4 to make 1, so that's going to be a bit. Let us then, let's make another workshop spot. I'm gonna need some more iron to do it, but guess what? So you can put down the blueprint, all right? And it'll wait, and it'll just make it as it can. So we're going to do that and try and get this set up so I can get both of these things going. We're going to need to be making a ton of screws and plates regardless, so might as well. Merchant was an MTG streamer, YouTube competitive player. He stopped doing that a few years back. Interesting. Merchant's demo. Oh, is that a game that he made? Is that what you're saying? That's neat. And then you, and you. And we're gonna assign you that target as well. And then we're going to have the second one as well. Same deal as the other one. They can both grab from both. Oh, you need to go over here. Okay. Oh, look. They're gray now. They are aged. And so, for now, there's nothing we can do about that. For now, they are what they are. Let's get rid of that. I'm okay with them grabbing stuff along the way. It's a hauling path, but it's the stuff that they're gonna grab. And also, just so you know, later on, these can be drilled into, but they require different resources. Same over here. Same with these giant things out here. So they're not just obstacles. They serve a purpose. Okay. And yeah, up here, we're just waiting on them to... Oh. Change screws. And then if I want to, I can do this, which is sometimes a good idea, so they don't accidentally put down, like, scrap or something in one of these. Is you set these specifically to certain things. I wish there was a hotkey for transferring things from these. I don't know that there is one. But later on, won't be an issue. First game he and his studio were making, it looks like a dice game. Yeah, based on old medieval dice poker. That's cool. Neat. I'll be intrigued to hear if it's good or not. I do think there's a certain level of, like, YouTubers/streamers know how to make games that are good for YouTubers/streamers. I think that's kind of the way I see it. They know kind of how to make the memes, as it were. Hey, we're making our first iron plate. Okay. So, you know, overall, this is what Microtopia is all about. Ooh. Y'all. Now we're cooking with gas. I have a divider. So now I can tell them to go different pathways. So we're going to do this, this, and this. So it will evenly distribute them. 1, 1, 1. However, I have counter gates now. These are fantastic. Watch this. Here's the deal. That will count 2 in this green zone. All right? Because it's a full loop. Later on, I can get a logic gate that will stop the loop, or whatnot. As long as the thing doesn't loop way back around itself, then it's fine. This is going to say if there are 2 ants over here, do not send another ant down that pathway. We're going to do the same over here. Because at least for now, I'm not going to need more than 2 ants over here, but I do still want to maintain that ants will fill that spot. I don't want them to suddenly disappear. So then let's do this. And then we are going to actually split it again. We're going to do that. Going to do that. We are going to... from here, say 4. Okay, and then I believe that should cover all of that. I think, let me see about this. I think it can work like this. No, it doesn't go along it. There is a way. I have to mess with the other logic gates, but there is a way to be like, I want 4 going this direction, and then 2 in each other direction, and thus it's splitting those. But for now, what I will do, easy solution. Also, interesting thing, I don't have it unlocked yet. There is research and stuff in this. The dotted line, is a line in which they won't interact with anything. They'll just walk along the line. So they won't pick up resources. They won't try and put stuff down, anything like that. So you can send them just straight across stuff where they're not going to screw with things, you know? All right, let's finish the counting gates. Let's do that. Then another 2. And you can set these all the way up to like, 50. So, you know, there's some versatility. But 2, 2, 2, and 2, that's all I need at each of these things. So then all of the rest of them can get sent out that way. I could also do a thing where we also send them this way. And normally I would actually also set a limit for each of the pathways. But for now, with as few as we're going to be generating, I'm okay with this pathway setup now. So already you can see we're getting into logic, y'all. We're getting into some silly logic. We've got these paths will evenly distribute one at a time until these gates are full. And I'm trying to think, how many realistically would we want over here? Like 4? Sometimes you really got to get in here to kind of be like, okay, that's where that path is. It is crucial that you put it close to here, because let's say that I had this. Hold on, let me. So this one's set to 4. Wait. No, come on. Whoa, not 14, 4. Okay. Oh, so if I had this counter gate like here instead, well, all right, that was a bad example. But like, let's say, well, I did like this, and then the counter gate was like here. Okay, yeah. So if this was not a counter gate, R. We're learning, we're teaching. So if it was just this to here, and then the counter gate was like here to here, what's going to happen is units are going to build up behind that gate until they reach it, and then they will interact with the gate however it's supposed to be interacted with. So it's crucial then that you make sure to put the gate at the closest possible point to the thing you're trying to get it to go to, or to where the path begins. Because you don't want a buildup of just units that are just sitting there waiting to go through, because they'll sit there and wait and die. Why does this feel like programming or like hardware programming, if that makes sense? Well, because that is what it is. It's all logic gates and stuff. But if you want to get into the meta of it, we're essentially making microchips. Later on, when we start building out the grids with the iron plates that let you make a grid, you're essentially using ANTS to build microchips is kind of the way that it ends up being laid out. So it is very similar to building hardware. And yeah, just lots of logic gates, lots of if-ands, lots of, you know, that kind of stuff. I love it. This is actually probably a good way of teaching programming. I should have had the time running there. I should have. That's all me. I really like to pause the game and set my stuff up and then let it run. But it ends up taking a lot more time. Look at all these guys doing their dang thing. Whee. All right, and this guy has 76, and that's fine. They do have an upper limit on how much they can hold, and then you're going to have this problem of like the ants being like, well, I don't know what to do now. But you can always just add more storage. You know, you can find ways. We're being Ant-Man from Marvel in many ways, and everyone knows Price is a big fan, big fan. If I wanted to ramp this up, I could also do a little bit of this. Okay, oop. That. Then let's turn that off, because we're going to just stretch that out to there. And then now they're both going to this path here. So now...
That's crazy!
That was not okay. Chrissy just jump scared me. You can go to hell. You can go straight to hell. Hi. How you doing?
Nothing.
Just waiting? What time are you supposed to go back?
4:30.
4:30. Chrissy's getting her car detailed. Ooh. They're saying hi now. Rude. Rude. Think you just get all this attention? Hmm?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically how it works. I tried playing Yakuza earlier, and Game Pass was being a real butthead, so we had to pivot. So I'm showing everybody my ant game. Build a combiner, create worker ants. All right, there we are. I don't have age gates yet. Bye. Okay, so let's see, what do we got? We got 30 minutes left in the stream. The combiner. Okay, this is how we're going to be dealing with our old ants. Let's go ahead and try to think if I want to do anything with them, but I guess for right now it's just display. So I'm going to put this here. Now let's take some ants. Let's go over here. Let's grab some ants. Are any of y'all old? None of y'all look gray. Yeah, but you're on 2 minutes. All right, let's grab a handful of y'all. Let's bring y'all out. I would like to get you to do that, just to put the resources away. Can you not? Are you just one too high? Or too low? Okay, you. Peel out. You. Peel out. We're gonna take 4. You need an even amount. Okay. Here we have some little baby ants. I'm just gonna quickly do one of these. It's just easier if you have a path for them to align with. It's here and then there. Okay, so this over here is the combiner, and we can set that to create workers. So what's going to happen is these guys are going to go, they're just going to spread out, go into this machine. How long does it take? 5 seconds. And then out the other end is going to come one worker ant. Big worker ant, not little. How much health or life does he have? 10 minutes. And it has reset. All right? So, in the name of efficiency, you want to wait until ants are about to go and then send them out. For example, this guy. He's got 45 seconds left. Let's get him over there. How are you doing? All right, you just got born. So did you. Anyone? Oh, here we go. Here we go. First things first, I need you to drop off that. Ugh. Okay. You know what? We're gonna just do it like this. Drop it. X to drop things. You go here, and you go there, and you go there, and you go there. Actually, I want to make sure I drop him in the back so that he goes to the appropriate one. Okay. Wait, where'd he go? Oh, he died! He died right before he made it! No! All right, now give me 1 second. Hopefully I can still hear things. Okay, I can. Can y'all hear the vacuum? Chrissy's vacuuming in the other room. Nope? Okay, good. Okay, we'll send that guy over. Just get another one going. There's some aged ones over here, but as you can see, it's a lot of micromanaging. But eventually, we will get ways of setting up a logic gate that's like, if old, essentially, if any of these things are old, follow this path. And so then you can have them be like, oh, they've got a minute left in their lifespan. Tick off of there, head down this way. So then you're getting essentially 15 minutes out of each ant. Now I need to make 5 of these guys. So, like that. Okay, let's just grab 2 of y'all. There. Like with what I'm doing right now, sometimes it's nice to set up, once I can, those like free pathways where they won't mess with things, to go to wherever it is that you're going to want a ton of ants to go temporarily, and then just like delete it after the fact. But because when you grab a bunch of them, the trying to get them to navigate around obstacles suddenly becomes a little tricky, then that can sometimes be the easier way, because you can make a straight line. Okay, about to get our last big boy. Okay, complete. Now you can combine regular workers again to create inventors. So let's make one of those. Just, we're getting through the tutorial here, y'all, so we can unlock some more things. So we're gonna peel you back over here because we changed you to, yeah, okay. Then we're going to, too many paths. We're gonna bring you as well. As you're along the way, we're gonna have you, boop. Nope, come on. Need to highlight you still. Boop, drop that guy. Okay. I'm hoping this is close enough that when a guy walks by, he'll grab that and take it down here. There we go. So then I know we're about to unlock another thing that I'm gonna have to put down for the research. Oh, my power's low. Okay. I do need to set up a new power spot. Like, this will always generate a little bit, but like, you know, it takes time for them to regen the little orbs, so, you know. Okay. There we go. Okay. Complete. Now, look at that guy. Look at you. That's a guy. Alright, so then, let's bring you over here. Because what I'm going to want to do then is we're going to do another storage thing. We're going to do another one of these. We're going to do one like this. Let's bring these over a little bit. We're going to assign this to the same one. All right, they're both pulling power. Though we will, I think, we'll get this guy going as well at some point soonish. So then I need to build this guy. Okay. You're gonna come over here and you're gonna go... No. Swap it around. That way. It's a little confusing. Okay. Look at him go. So the reason I'm doing it that way is because they're both gonna need power. So this guy's gonna go up here, all right, onto this little thing. And he's gonna eat too. And this little thing back here is gonna get a little big. So we're gonna wait for that to happen. What level are you at? Or how much health you at? Okay, here we go. Let's make, I just wanna make like an easy to reach pathway that I can connect them to, you know? Oh, it's pointing the wrong direction. Directionality matters. Okay, so it's like boop, boop, boop. Then let's grab another ant from somewheres. Doot. And then let's change this back to workers. For now, I'm just gonna make the one research guy. Again, setting things up in a more efficient way is kind of the way to go, and it's going to take time for us to unlock all the things we need to kind of get to that first, like, real ability to make something truly efficient. All right, this guy's getting more orb going on. 7 out of 10, so it takes 10 energy orbs to fill one research ant. One more. So what's interesting about this part is... All right, let's go ahead and just... Okay, we'll pause real quick. So, now this glows, right? It's gotten bigger and now it's kind of flashing, okay? I can click on it and I unlock it and he die. Blech. Now, that gave us research points. You okay? Okay. Some dishes. I heard some dishes. So we want to build this radar tower. This is the first thing we need to build. Okay. So, let's unpause. Complete. Let's work on a radar tower. Boop, 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 ba-doop. Now, this is something that I don't actually have to set anything up for them. It just takes resources. All right, so what's it waiting on? It needs 1 power and 4 metal plates. Just gotta wait for these guys to do their business. Oh, and then these guys to do their business. So what I'm actually gonna do, let's pause real quick. We're gonna now change this one also over to iron plates. We're gonna put ourselves another storage over here. And then that way, we'll get this done a little bit faster. We've got plenty of screws, haven't been using too many of them, so, you know. Does the vacuum startle the cats? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Archer goes and hides. Archer's safety spot is underneath our couch. Like he goes under there and then kind of like up inside of the couch. So like, you know how sometimes there's like a wooden kind of frame area below where the cushions are and stuff. He'll like get up in there. It is a pain to try and get him out of there. One time he got a bag wrapped around his neck and he ran because he was so scared, and it was like he got hooked onto it and it was terrifying. And having to get him out of there was like Chrissy and I, man, it was a whole thing. Look at all these guys, by the way. Because all the other places are full. So all of these guys are getting turned into big boys. Let's get them all down there first. So that's also why, you know, I should have a limit on there as well, right? And then just have the rest of them go into overflow, which turns them into big boys, you know? So you have to make sure not to sit on the cat in that couch. No. He's not in a place where, like, he can be sat on or anything like that. He's just, like, underneath, you know? Just in a really, really annoying spot. All right, you run back there. Like, this is what I'm talking about with it being tricky to get them places. We're gonna... I don't have this set up in the most convenient way either. Like, that's the other thing. Sometimes when you rotate them around to try and line them up, they don't do great. Like, that's reverse. There we go. You, and then I gotta get rid of you as well. Sure, that's fine. Okay, oh. Didn't realize these guys have also filled the, they've gotten all those resources. But like you can see here, like with this many ants that I've got, I could make it so much more efficient, couldn't I? Like half of these guys could be used to make power on the other side, right? In that spot where I was like, oh, I need more power, right? So, same deal. Let's get all y'all down here. Then we are going to set up a gate. Let's say we're never going to need more than 8, we'll say, getting metal. Still a lot. But we'll just say that's all we need. Then let's send the excess out here. Okay. Then let's put a couple of storages along the way. You got to be careful not to accidentally destroy the flowers because of your placement. Okay, and then 7 is the hotkey for the splitters. And then 8 is the hotkey for the counters. But this one we're not going to do a hotkey for now because of how far away it is. But as y'all can see, it's all about. And the other, Lana, didn't we have 2 guys? Yes, Lana doesn't get as scared. But if she is, she goes to, like, you know, goes and lays on the bed or comes in here into the game room and goes just into the corner. Like, yeah, right now she's just laying in her little bed, which is my old sleeping bag from like 25 years ago. It's like her favorite spot. Which is sweet. She's a little sweetie. How are you doing? Oh, you're almost full. 160 is how much one of these uses, or can use. So we will add a second one. So then once this one fills, they'll just fill that one. Okay, then power-wise, yeah, I need to do the old boop. And I'll say this, now that they're kind of keeping up with how many of these there are, to save myself the hassle of having to do that, I bet I can do this now and be fine. And these guys, they're already doing their job. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, here we go. This is sort of the first phase complete, y'all. And this is where I believe the demo ends. So, we got to make contact with other ants, y'all. Make contact. Here we go. You ready? You ready? It's kind of fun. It's kind of neat. Look. Look. Stuff flying around. Look at it. That's other ants. It's a nuptial flight, y'all. This is what ants do when it's time to make more queens. They send out all these guys. It's pretty neat, huh? So, it's going to take another 50 seconds, it looks like, or we're 50% of the way. But isn't that cool? And I can zoom out like this, then you can see everything just all happening. Look at that. Isn't that neat? You can see here's my ants doing the power. Here's my queen. There's way too many of them doing their thing. You know? It's cool stuff. Okay. So once this completes, that kind of gets us to the next stage. Here we go! Reveal new island. Oh, okay. This is absolutely different. This is absolutely different. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Whoa, this is so different. Holy butts. But maybe in some very helpful ways. Like, look at all this. Need metal? It is all piled up over here. Wow. Wow. And then these are sort of like power plants. Look, they're like, they're plugs. Look at that. And then... So yeah, there's like green power plants like this. It looks like there might be very few here, though. There's all this. Is that glass? Glass deposit. This is just for plants. Just plants. This guy I know generates power. This guy should generate power. Not a lot of power generation over here. Pretty weak. This is going to be the spot right here. Oh, and you can see they're slowly growing. Okay, this is going to be the power generator. It's actually a very good spot. Holy crap, this was incredible generation. This is incredible island generation for this one. The one I'm used to that I had, it was split down the middle. The resources were so spread apart. Like, This right here, other than power, this has literally every resource you come here to get. This little spot here has every resource you come to this island to get. That's awesome. All right, complete. So now we find ourselves at a point in the game where I don't know that we have enough time, but maybe we do. All right, so now here's what we're going to do. These guys, as they come in, we're now going to actually split them. Oh, I don't even have the ability yet. I need this. So I actually need to make more research bugs. I need to feed another one of them. All right. I know I can take you out. I think I saw that big one. Oh, 16 seconds. Not going to be enough time. You. Just need one more of them, so it's not a huge deal. I just want to get to the point where I can maybe make this happen. Basically, the next thing that we need to do is we got to get over to that island, right? Well, how are you going to cross the endless chasm? We got to fly, baby. We got to fly. So I want to get that 10 just so I can get the plant cutting ability. And then what I'll do is I'll split it out. I love that it's right here. So I'll split it out. Half of the people will come over here. I say people. Ants will come over here to do power, and the other half will go and start cutting plants. And between those two, we will be able to easily work on the next goal. The downside, I think, is simply like time. I don't think we're going to be able to do it all in the given time frame that we have left. But we'll see. Do you see hard disks? Oh yeah, later on when you go around, like, it's clear that we exist within a place where there's just like, you know, we're microscopic, hanging out with microchips, basically, you know? You can go here. All right. We've allegedly got an ad coming in 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna try and snooze it. If I snooze it right away, it almost like it's like, it's BS. You gotta be like on top of it. Twitch really doesn't want you to be able to skip the ads. Okay. Oh, no metal left. All right, so. Need you to move. All right, gonna move this here. Move that there. Honestly, let's just rebuild the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go like that. Give them enough space to actually have enough ants taking up the room. Okay. Oh. Ah. Turn off that. Grab half of y'all. Put you here. Y'all go here. You go there. Should be good. All right. So then you're getting fed. That's doing that thing. And then, okay, I don't have the path just yet. Because what I'm going to do is we're going to essentially have... Actually, let's kind of move it just for the sake of it. I'm going to do it... Just kind of go around. And then we'll have a second path that kind of goes here. And this is where I'll gather the plants. Okay, how close are you? Collected energy, 6. It's got a 7-minute lifespan, but we'll be done in about 30 seconds. Then we'll be able to get plant cutting. And then I need to make fabric. And that's the thing that's going to be tricky, is I'm going to have to do enough research, actually, to get fabric, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Actually, real quick, what I need to do, I think, is actually... Let's change this to workers. Get you out here. We're going to take literally all of them. Nope, nope. Don't grab the path. Grab them. You go back. I just need to make a ton of workers so I can make a ton of research, guys, so I can get enough research, I think. All right, plant cutting. Oh, what? So wait a second, maybe. Click. There we go. Then collect fiber. Oh, do I already have fiber unlocked then? Because I got that? No, fabric's here. I need fiber and then fabric. That's what it is. I also need to reach a population of 50 ants. 10 sources of fiber. All right, cool. So we have our plant cutting ability now, which is nice. Then let's just go ahead. We'll throw a storage on the outside here. Get them doing their thing. Oh, only big workers can do it. That's right. Only big workers can chop. That's right. So instead of doing the splitter, we're going to do this. So once they grow, they go on here. Y'all go to the line. Oh man, there's so many of them stacked up right here. Okay, so plant cutting is now happening. They're chopping things. Wait. Send that away. See, he put the wrong thing in there. That's why you sometimes want to make sure you go and click it to be like, no, fiber only. I said fiber only. Thank you. Okay, so we'll get our fiber. I also still am going to need at least another research guy. Okay, once we have 10, then we'll get to there. So yeah, the main thing is we're trying to get to the point where we can have drones that fly. Yeah, we do not have enough time to get there. But at least I can get y'all an idea of what we're going to have to do. This is a neat game. It's incredible, isn't it? Yeah? Okay, so we got fabric. Okay, so we make that in the workshop. Easy. We understand that. I mean, I need to unlock this with research. And then we have these guys, the drones. So we need to get an assembler, which means we got to get our 50 ants. We're almost there. And then we do that, okay? So we're not getting there. It'd probably take us 30 minutes, I think. 20, 30 minutes. But the way that it works is the assembler allows you to combine ants with resources. So like combine ants with fabric, combine ants with screws, whatever. And it makes like different kinds of ants that you can unlock. So fabric plus worker ant, so tier 2 ant, becomes a flying drone. And then you can use those to go around and do stuff on the other islands to kind of set up bases, because you can't transfer resources in terms of like with your stuff between islands. You can fly stuff with ants across islands, but you can't just have these systems connected. So that's where a lot of that logic comes in, where it's like, oh, okay, now when these guys age, I need them to go into either the thing that makes research guys or the thing that makes flying guys. So you'll end up doing like, I'm going to have a gate that's based on age. And so it's like, okay, if you're old and you come from this place, then I know you're one of these worker ants. So you're going to get split out, and then you're going to go up to one of these guys. You're going to get turned into a drone, and then I'll have like a device on the ground over here that would be like a launch pad. And then I would set up the landing pad elsewhere. It's a whole lot of stuff. But it's super neat. It's super neat. And then later on, you can also get gates where it's like only workers can come through here, only miners can come through here, only foragers can come through here, kind of thing. It's all logic. It's all logic based. I really like it. It is, one of y'all mentioned that it's a lot like programming and stuff. And I think that that's a very accurate view of it, where it's like a very visual, interactive, engaging way of learning logic, like computer logic. Which is great. It's great. Okay, so YouTubes, hope you enjoyed. That was a little hour-long look at Microtopia. Let me know if you want to see some more. Keep this going. I'll leave this file alone. I have my own other file that I'm much, much farther. So, you know. AS saying 2 Point Museum comes out tomorrow, so I'm going to be consumed with that. Fair. Fair. Put this on the wish list. Indeed. Everybody wish list this one. I'm loving it. It's out now. Check it out. YouTube, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.